welcome back to another episode of Techy Tuesday. We just talked about how we can add Realtor.com and Testimonial Tree to sync to each other, and now we want to talk about how we can add the Testimonial Tree landing page onto your KW Command websites. So we're going to log into Testimonial Tree in one tab and Command in a separate tab. From Testimonial Tree, you're going to want to go where it says Collect Testimonial, and you're going to see that there is going to be an option to click here to view my testimonials. That's the one that we're going to want to select, which is going to open us up to your landing page. This is going to have all of your reviews, all of your information, and this is the page that we want to be put up on our website. So once we have that open, we can switch back over to Command, and we're going to be able to click on the Consumer tab, which is the very last one on the left side of your command. Once you're in there, you're going to select the option for Edit My Website. Now, once you're looking at this dashboard here, you are going to choose the option for creating a new custom page. It's going to require you to title this page, so go ahead and label it whatever you would like. I'm going to put Testimonials. You're going to notice that that also becomes the internal name. This is going to become important later on when we talk about trying to add this to our actual menu bar up here. Next down, it's going to ask if we want to do a page header. We can hide that title where we put testimonial, but it'll still keep that little empty box there. We can also add a background image, so if you don't want it to be gray, you could always try to add a different colored background or something else back behind there if you would like to. Then we're going to have page contents. We're going to go ahead and select the option for Add Module. This is going to open up a list of all the modules we could add to this custom page, but we're going to want to scroll down to the bottom of this and choose the option for iframe embed. Now you're going to see that we have added this one module, and it's going to say shared. This is where we're going to have to select which embed we would like to use. So you're going to click on that drop down. Now, odds are yours doesn't have anything in here. If you've created iframes for other pages on your website, you may see a list rather than mine where it says no items. But for our sake here, we do want to go ahead and create a new one. Now, internal name, this is the name for the iframe. So if I ever needed to use this iframe in a different custom page, it's going to be stored underneath this name, and I do not have to remake it. So I'm going to go ahead and label this Testimonial Tree, and then it's going to ask for the URL. That is going to be why we opened up this landing page right here. So you're going to go back to that tab, and then you're going to go to the very top, and this is called the URL. We're going to go ahead and grab this. So you're going to want to double click so you're seeing the entire HTTPS. You're wanting to highlight the entire thing. You're going to go ahead and copy that. Then you're going to go back to the page where we're working on our iframe, and you're going to paste that link into that URL section. If you give it just a moment, you'll see it's going to start doing a preview for us. And now we can see that that iframe did in fact go in correctly. So what we want to do next is go ahead and hit publish. Once you see this green check mark that says that it's been published, you can hit the back button. Now when we hit that drop down, instead of saying create new, we are going to select on the testimonial tree one that we just made. Again, if you give it just a moment, it'll load itself in, and you can check on the preview how that page is going to look if it was live up on your website. So now we're looking at the preview here, but we're not quite finished. We need to go ahead and hit publish. If you weren't ready to publish it quite yet, you could just hit the floppy disk right here and save it as a draft and come back to it later if there's something else you needed to do. But if it's completely finished, go ahead and click on publish. But that still isn't our last step. We want to make sure we actually get those testimonials into our menu bar. So I'm going to say return to dashboard. we're going to click on the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner. We're going to go to Organization Site. If you're not seeing that, you may just be seeing Admin. Click on the drop down and you can get to Organization Site. From here, we're going to scroll all the way towards the bottom and we're going to go into the section that says Navigation Provider. Odds are yours says this right here, Inherited Organization Site Provider. We are going to want to change this because we are going to want to add in that testimonial tree page that we just made, and we're going to want to customize our menu bar. In order to do that, we are going to change it to a custom provider. You can see I already have one that I was using, but if you click on that, you can see if you've already created one or if you need to create a new menu bar setup. For this sake, odds are you have not met with us and you are going to need to go ahead and select Create New. Again, internal name is so that you can reference back to this. I always say using this so that I know exactly what I was using for my menu bar. From there, it's going to ask you to add items. We're going to totally add everything through Simple Navigation Item. So we're going to go ahead and click on Simple Navigation Item. And that's going to open this up here. Really what we're focused on here is scrolling down underneath this section where it says Link. Now you have options for internal or external links. So if you were linking to something that was not a custom page within this dashboard, you would select external. But for our purposes today, we are just going to stick with internal. Then it's going to ask us to add in items. When we click on that, it is going to pull up a list of all of the pages that have been created within this dashboard. So we can see this is the one I just made today using my testimonials. So I'm going to go ahead and click and add that in. If I wait just a second, it's going to go ahead and let me add multiple items. So I'm going to wait for that to load, and then I'm going to go and add in the other pages I would like to show up. So I want my About Me page to show up. I would like my blog list as well. But none of this other stuff I really care about. You can go through those if you've got questions on how to customize this menu bar in particular. This is the most confusing part of this process. Please reach out to us so we can help you through it. But when I close out of this now, because I am done adding pages, I'm going to scroll back up all the way to the top, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the Save button. Now you're going to see these are the pages I've added. I can click and drag and rearrange them if I would like to. I can also rename them. So if I want it to say About Me instead of About the Agent, I can open that section up. And right here under text is where I would change that. Now if I do make any changes here, I'm going to want to make sure that I hit Save. Once this menu bar is looking exactly the way that you're going to want it to, you can go ahead and hit Publish. Now again, we're not quite done there. Once you see that it's published, we're going to go back to the organization site, and where it's asking for which navigation provider we would like to use, we are going to change it to the Using This provider. That included our testimonials in there. Once we've done that, we can hit Save in the top right-hand corner. And then we're going to click on the option to return to dashboard. Now it typically does take a minute for all of these items to sync to each other, so the first time you click on your preview link, it may not show up correctly. If you notice my About Me page, those things aren't on here. If I give it just a couple of minutes, we are going to see that it is going to have updated. So now we can see here that it updated to the way that I had organized it on that back end. So just to show you guys what this looks like when you go to it, you're going to have your full testimonial page here, and then you can scroll through that. It also does leave them the option to write a testimonial as well. So you don't have to have two separate sections. They can come here to either view or write a new one. But like I said, if you guys got stuck anywhere along the way in this process, please reach out to us so we can try to help you out through it. And I'll be back next week with how we can connect some more sites to our Testimonial Tree account. Thanks so much.